This discussion, you might find it slightly away from the existing topic, but this discussion will make you understand a very important concept of accounting standard 26 better than any question that you'd ever do on the standard, whether from the material or away. There's this logo which I would show. I would want you to guess as to which body of our country, which government body is this representing. Have you ever come across this logo anywhere? So this is the logo of a national body by name NIF, National Innovation Foundation of India. If in case you have a very innovative idea of dealing with a daily life problem, if you see a problem for which you have a solution, it can be a simple drawing on a paper using your pencil. You can draw and then present it. If in case the idea is worth it, it will be funded and it might become solution to the problem which no one ever tried to solve. And to award the people who contributed to this NIF, this body usually holds one entire list of sessions in schools, inviting students at school level to contribute to it. And for people who do really well, they give an award called Ignite Awards, IGNITE. You can go to NIF's website and then go to Ignite Awards. And in the award section, you should see award-winning contribution made by school kids. Some of them are too cool. See, a fan that can be cleaned very easily. These are all drawings done by school kids who presented it. Something even more cool, like a stapler kind of a device to pin buttons into a shirt. Even more cooler thing is a reversible bench. If in case the bench of a park is basically wet or dirty, you can reverse the side and then sit on the other side. Such a cool idea. All this at young teenage level. So our country is never short of young minds which are too good to find solution to problems. And a door which can be opened by, because a lot of times when you're holding things in the hand and you walk, instead of putting the lock at the hand level, they put the lock at the foot level. And a solar powered iron cart using a renewable source of energy to iron your shirts on a daily basis. And something like a garland sieving machine, a machine which will sieve garlands. You might see these problems are too small. All big inventions start really, really small. So what I want you to think when you see this, you're like, okay, sir, this is too childish. This looks very much away from the subject. Why should we be discussing this as a part of AS26? Or how is it connected? It is not directly connected, but very remotely connected. These are all ideas. Can we record these ideas as an asset? See, those kids who gave these ideas are true asset to our country. Emotionally, we'll feel, yeah, this is such a valuable invention or innovation. Can we call these as our assets in our books? That's where accounting standard 26 come into picture. We need to keep our emotions slightly away and put into forth the concept of accounting standard 26 intangible asset before we recognize any of these as our intangible assets. AS 26 talks about these research and development expenses in detail. These ideas, what they came, are basically research done by those kids. These expenditure which will be incurred on the research stage till the time it becomes an idea which will be developed has to be charged to P&L account. However, once that idea is going to work, if you get that feeling, any expenditure incurred further to make a product out of it, to make a prototype out of it, to do testing of it, and basically launch it in the market, till then, that expenditure which will be incurred will be called as development expenditure. Research expenditure will be transferred to P&L account, no questions asked. This is what the rule says. Whenever it comes to development expenditure, this development expenditure incurred in the development base need not be charged to P&L. It can be capitalized and then written as an intangible asset in the balance sheet of the entity which develops this, provided it fulfills 6 conditions. One of them or all of them? All 6 conditions which are given under para 44 of accounting standard 26. What are the 6 conditions? 1, technical feasibility. 2, intention to complete. 3, ability to use or sell the product. 4, future economic benefit. 5, reliable measurement. And the sixth one is adequate resources. If the expenditure incurred at this development stage can fulfill all of these 6 conditions, such development expenditure can be capitalized, and later when the asset is ready to be put to use, from there you can start amortizing this asset. A point to note, which is usually examiner's favorite, is once we move to development stage, whatever the cost which was previously charged to P&L as research expenditure, can it be now capitalized? No, it cannot be now capitalized. Once it's charged to P&L, it's there. from development stage, cost only can be capitalized. It will go on capitalizing till the time the asset is ready to be put to use. Once the asset is ready to be put to use, you start amortization. Amortization is systematic allocation of the same expenditure over the useful life. But unlike normal property, plant and equipment, under development phase, whatever cost gets developed, it is not PPE. It is intangible asset. Intangible asset is not depreciated as per AS 10. Intangible asset is amortized as per AS 26. How unique is this? The uniqueness is one, useful life is based on rebuttable presumption of not more than 10. Any idea that you get, it will be amortized over useful life, which has to be less than 10 years. Can I assume useful life to be 8 and amortize it over 8? Yes. 9? Yes. 10? Yes. 11? There's a problem. You need to have persuasive evidence to prove that such useful life is 11. If you can prove that it is 11, then you can amortize it over 11. Otherwise, it will be usually amortized over how many years? 10 years. And for a tangible asset, you will have resale value or realizable value or scrap value. For intangible assets, unless there is an agreement to sell or unless there is an active market, realizable value or scrap value at the end of useful life will be usually considered as zero. This is the interesting interpretation from the NIF innovation into Accounting Standard 26. I hope that example made you understand accounting standard better. Did it? See you all in the next one. Till then, stay in the game.